Well, welcome everybody to another edition of Small Biz Live with the North Redondo Beach Business Association. I'm Mickey Marraffino with Mickey M Marketing, and today we have the wonderful co-owners of Dance One, Francesca and Randolph Stern, our guests today. Thank you for being here.
No, thank you.
We're very happy to be with you.
Yeah, we're so excited because things are really happening for you right now after the slowdown. You're opening up again, and I know you have lots to tell us. My first question always is, how did you get started with your studio? How did you get started with Dance One?
Well, we actually opened our business in 2010, just across the street on Artesia Boulevard.
Right.
A one-room studio.
Yep. So it was one-room studio, and we were going to just train the little tiny ones, and then we only had one room, so we could only do so much, and then send them off to finish their training. But we enjoyed having them so much that I realized, why do we want to send them away when we've started this great journey for them? So we started to look for a bigger space so that we could expand their education, bring in other genres of dance. So we start with the classical, so classical ballet and classical jazz. And then as their bodies grow and they're able to understand other forms of dance, then we bring in lyrical and contemporary, turn, stretch, all those other wonderful things that round out the dance.
Jazz, funk, tap.
Yeah, jazz, funk, tap. Yes, and we start at the age of 2. And we go all the way through adults. So we have a really robust adult program here as well. That is something we're really passionate about, our adults. So we have our oldest dancer here is in her 80s.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah.
fantastic because sometimes they're brand new dancers, maybe into their middle life, and some are revisiting it. And it takes a lot of courage. So we're really... respect them a lot, and they have a blast. They get an opportunity to perform, so it's really a nice opportunity for all of us.
Absolutely.
That's pretty exciting that you have dancers that range from 2 to 80.
Yes, yes, exactly. And we have an exercise department here as well. So for people that are not really interested in necessarily learning how to dance, but don't really want to go to a gym, they want music and they want movement, then we have a lovely adult program for that as well.
Well,
so we try and get everybody moving. Yes.
Yeah, that's so important. That's so important, especially as you're aging.
Right, exactly. Absolutely, yeah.
Well, you are in your studio right now. Can you give us a little tour?
Well, sure. You know, we have that lovely wall on Artesia that we have to thank the city of Redondo for that as well, because that was in partnership.
That mural.
Isn't that lovely? Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yes, thank you. So then I'm going to flip you around now, if I can do that.
Okay.
There we go. So as you come inside, we have had to do quite a bit of changing to be in line with all this fabulous stuff. So you'll see that even our poor settees are on lockdown at the moment. So no sitting. Everything is marked on the floor so that the dancers know what the social distancing is. Our studio, we're lucky enough to have floating floors in all our studios. This studio happens to have a flooring called Marley.
Oh, wow.
And then we've marked the floors. This was marked for our youngest dancers primarily, so that they understand there is their dance space. So if I show you in the mirror, here's my dance space. So I know that if I'm moving, I'm going to stay within that. And then everything's marked around the outside. So if I am a little blue dancer and I'm standing in that blue square, I'm going to put my water on that little square. So our windows are all, actually they're interrogation windows. So parents can see when we allowed parents in. Unfortunately, we can't have parents in at the moment. So They used to be able to watch everything on television. We hope to goodness that will come back again. But right now we're Zooming so parents can watch along with dancers that are going to be at home taking Zoom classes. This is a new project. I have to share this because I hope my dancers see this. So this is a new project we're doing. Look at these beautiful butterflies.
I love it.
And these were created. These are all positive sayings.
Oh,
So
wow,
when we were all Zooming, yeah, I was saying to the dancers, it's almost like being in a chrysalis, right? So how are we going to emerge from our chrysalis at the other end of this COVID? So here's our other studio. And so I challenged them all to build, draw a butterfly or create a butterfly, and then we would bring them back into the studio and display them. So as the dancers are coming back in, I'm just walking you around here, they're bringing with them those fabulous butterflies. My vision is an entire hallway filled with these butterflies.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
So
how many total students do you have?
Well, when we start, we've actually, because of this COVID, we've lost some students due to financial situations or just the ability to be able to dance, or their systems are compromised themselves. So as you can see, can't use that bathroom. So there's the friendly reminder of the tape.
Right.
But we are thrilled with how many people have continued to dance with us. This is the this is the student lounge. There are the changing rooms that are blocked off right now. This is a really important room. This is our homework room. And in the year when kids are in school, this used to be full of beautiful dancers doing their homework. And these are all our companies over the years.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there you go. And this is our pride and joy. This is our black studio, we call it. So this is where our company practice. This is where our ballet classes, jazz classes, contemporary and lyrical happen. So that is our beautiful studio that we love so much and we're so proud of.
It's a lot bigger than I imagined.
I'm sorry?
It's a lot bigger than I imagined.
It's deceiving from the outside, isn't it?
Right.
It is deceiving from the outside. So we're right there on Artesia and Slauson. 2228.
Right. With the beautiful wall along Slauson that has a beautiful hand-painted mural on it of dancers. I love it.
Yes.
And you're celebrating your 10-year anniversary this year.
10 years, yeah.
Wow.
So we opened there April 2010. Moved here in 2013.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's just great. I remember when you were across the street. It's hard to believe that much time has passed by.
I know. Never could imagine that. It's gone so quickly.
And you never could have imagined that in April of your 10th year, you would be totally shut down.
Oh my gosh. And we had so many, didn't we? I'm going to bring in Miss Donna now because she's our performing company director. Look, she's working on rehearsal schedules right now. If you can believe that, we're still trying to figure that out. So we, in March, I think we had 2 competitions, scheduled a national competition. We had 5 or 6 performances in the community.
Which we're a participant in Springfest every year, which we know is near and dear to your heart. We would take up to 50 dancers to RPAC parking lot, full costume changes, do at least an hour show. So we really love Redondo and are a big part of the community. So lots of performances for the community.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you are, you did some community outreach during COVID when you weren't able to have classes. I saw a video that you made of helping first responders, healthcare workers, right? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, absolutely. we all believe, Donna Randolph and myself, we all believe that we are incredibly lucky to be in this world of dance. We feel passionately about creating little humans that give back to their community. So we do everything from food drives. We perform for the seniors at the senior center. And we decided, why don't you share, Miss Donna, about the video we did for the first responders?
Oh my goodness. Well, we actually had one of our parents and her daughter, who's one of the dancers, they suggested that. And we thought, what a tremendous idea. So as Francesca and I do, let's get everything going. Let's get the word out. And dancers were so excited to be engaged, right? To have to be at home, but still be engaged in doing something purposeful was fantastic. So they drew pictures and they also created videos that we then sent in for someone to edit. And one of our moms is a nurse at Torrance Memorial. And she will often, to this day, send Francesca and I updates. Oh my goodness, your pictures are up. Your dancers' pictures are up.
Oh,
And
wow.
it just makes the staff and even the patients very happy when they see them. Just messages of hope and affirmation and thanks, which is so important. And the dancers are so proud of that. And we're so proud of them to still be able to engage them in purposeful work and in dance. So that's really exciting for us.
And Mickey,
oh, sorry, go ahead, Redondo.
well, one thing, because the shutdown was protracted, and all of our dancers are so used to the camaraderie of each other, you know, and they weren't able to do that. So what we thought, it actually was another suggestion by a parent, which was excellent, that we caravan. So Miss Donna, her husband Jim, Francesca, and myself, and our lovely Miss Rosa at the front desk, we made a caravan, and we had gift bags with T-shirts and little candies, and
Signs, yes.
signs, and Queen on the stereo. And we went to everyone's house that's in our company. About, how many was it?
So 55.
55 houses. And it's amazing the distance some people. Over
Yeah.
the course of 3 days. It's amazing how far some of our dancers travel for the fabulous technique work here. But anyway, but that was gratifying both ways. Lots of tears. It was really, and that's, you know, not to toot our own horn, but that's the point of this, is that there is a very strong family tie, a loyalty and a respect and a value of all of the family, whether it be the dancer themselves, the parents, or the siblings. We respect that everybody's involved in that path. So that caravan was a blast.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Well, you know, it's been interesting during all of this. Our lives have changed so much, and there's so many people that have found, like you, extraordinary ways to not only reach out to other people, but it warms our own hearts as well during a time that we're confused and we don't know what's going on. So I'm so happy that you're sharing that with the kids especially. I mean, what a great message for them.
Oh, well, thank you. Like you say, though, it goes both ways. Yes.
And you're also working on another community outreach project you were telling me about. Can you tell us all about that?
Yes. First, can I just mention that we are the thing to try and keep our dancers, as you were saying, always involved. We still are Zooming classes, so we do have dancers back in the studio. But for those that are still a little bit more comfortable to enable, you know, to have them still take class, we're going to be Zooming as well. And what's a really interesting note on that, not to get off the subject, but we had dancers in Idaho dancing with us. We even had a dancer who had emigrated to Australia, because there's always silver linings, right? Always silver linings to everything, if you look hard enough. And she had emigrated, obviously couldn't take class with us anymore. But all of a sudden, one day, she pops back up on the screen, and during her shutdown, they're back in school now, but during her shutdown, she danced with us for about 2 months. So that was super fun. But yes,
you know,
so
I think there's a lot of businesses that learned that Zoom is a whole new way to communicate with a much bigger audience.
right.
So
well,
I'm
I had
really
no
excited.
idea about Zoom, right? So
Do you think you'll continue with Zoom classes so you could have open it up to a bigger audience?
Well, actually, we think so. One of the things we're going to do, which isn't up right now, but we've ordered two 65-inch televisions that will be put up in our two big studios.
Mhm.
So they will actually be on the wall. So when we Zoom our classes, they're going to feel more a part of the class than us sort of running back to a computer screen to try and see little bodies. So that's the other thing. We're really trying to make those dancers. Some of them have to be isolated because they're at risk themselves,
Right.
or living with parents, or, you know,
Exactly.
whatever their situation is. And so we want them to feel more part of the class than being on just the laptop. So we're going to bring that in next week. So that's going to be yeah. But anyway, yes, our other outreach project is with Dance One, is the proud home of Redondo Ballet. So in Redondo Beach, California, they have their very own ballet company, which is something that not everybody knows, and we're really, really proud of. So I'm going to give you back to Miss Donna, and she's going to talk to you about that next outreach.
Yeah, so we're, again, very excited to be able to work in conjunction with the city of Redondo Beach and the reopening of many of the businesses. So what we're going to do is take our dancers to Snacks and to Canine Castle, to the Chamber of Commerce, to El Gringo, to Stormies. And we're going to just do little pop-up, of course, with our masks on, socially distant. And we're going to do a social media campaign, which is going to be really fun. That's one of the things we're working on right now, as well as getting the schedule together. So we're going to, again, take our dancers out into the community and work with these local businesses to try to drum up some interest and do it in a creative way. So some of our dancers will have beautiful costumes on, and we're going to be dancing. So it's always great when we can get the opportunity to do that. And again, work with our community. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And
So-
another thing, oh, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, are these more like little pop-up performances at the
Well,
small
just
businesses?
really quick, we're going to edit it into one performance. We're going to edit it to music
Got it.
and then put it out there. So it's going to be one complete piece that we're going to put together.
But I would
with all
imagine,
the
I would
businesses.
imagine when you have your performance at the business that other people will see it and they might, you know, it might go viral with video or
Exactly.
while
Yeah.
you're creating your longer video.
Absolutely.
What a
Always
great
trying
idea.
to think of things. And this is something that Randolph thought of, that we all, as the board of directors, thought, well, that's a tremendous idea. And let's certainly act on that. And something else that we're doing is the premiere of Snow Queen coming up.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah. So Redondo Ballet does 2 original ballets a year, Through the Pages and Snow Queen. And Snow Queen is Hans Christian Andersen's story that Redondo Ballet has sort of tweaked a little bit to call our own. Lots of people think of Frozen, yes, when they think of Snow Queen.
Right.
But ours is the more traditional Snow Queen. And we had that performance right before. We got in right before the big shutdown in February at Redondo Beach Performing Arts Center. And so we have the video of it. And we're going to have a world premiere. We're going to put that up on YouTube and invite the community and the world, right? Because we're going to think big.
Yeah.
Come and view that. And it will be this Sunday
Okay.
at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And of course, it's free to everybody. And so, you know, sit down, invite your family, and have a lovely evening. Now, the one thing that we would like to say is that Redondo Ballet is a youth ballet. But we always say we like to think of it a little bit like Pixar. So it's written for children. Our idea was that we wanted to introduce ballet to children. And traditionally, ballets are expensive to go to, and they tend to be long, and you invariably sit next to somebody that wishes your child wasn't there because they've spent a lot of money on their tickets, right? So we decided, well, how are we going to how are we going to create ballet patrons if they never go to the ballet? So one of the reasons we formed Redondo Ballet So written for children. So it runs about an hour and 20 minutes with an intermission at the theater. And, but very entertaining for adults and not dumbed down at all. So beautiful music, beautiful costumes, choreography, lighting, sets. And the dancers range in age from our youngest, I think, 6 in this performance. And we also bring in professional artists to support our cast.
As well as our strong team.
And we also have beautiful dancers of our own that you will be able to see. So,
where can they go to see the link?
Oh, where can you go to see the link? Oh my goodness. Okay, so you're gonna go. Where are you gonna go to see the link, Miss Donna?
Well, you can go to danceoneredondo.com or redondoballet.com, and the links are there, or our Instagram or Facebook. Any of those. Excuse me.
YouTube.
Yeah. So Dance One Redondo on our YouTube page, and it will be on that YouTube page. So that's where you're going to go see that on Sunday in the comfort of your own home, which is lovely because live productions are gone, right? So no one can go to the theater and see live productions. So we're kind of filling that void where sit in your home, get some popcorn, get something, and just sit back and enjoy professional production, because that's really ultimately what it is a professional production. And we did our Through the Pages, and it was so well received via YouTube because I even had family in New York who were able to see it. So it was really great. So again, come Sunday at 5 o'clock. We hope everyone is enjoying Snow Queen. Yes.
Right. Well, we will make sure that we promote that as well as you are promoting it as well. 5 o'clock on Sunday, the world premiere of Snow Queen by the Redondo Ballet. I love it.
Yes.
And where else can we find you? You were mentioning you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, YouTube. Obviously, you have a website that has your whole class schedule on it.
Right.
Redondo Ballet.
Or Redondo Ballet, yes. Yes, so hopefully we'll be back in the theater next time and you'll be able to come see us live.
Right, right. But this is so great because, like Donna said, people from around the world can experience it and you'll get exposure like you would never get in the theater. So I love the fact that you're doing this. It's so great. Right.
Then that is very true. That is very true. We're hope to open our fan base up a little bit more than just Redondo.
Is there anything else before we wrap up that we need to know? There's so much.
You know, there is a lot, and we keep busy, and nothing stops us. And we just had auditions for, and everybody's talking. Oh my goodness. Okay. So there's so much happening at Dance One and Redondo Ballet. Yeah. So we just had auditions for our current season. That went very well, and we did those via Zoom, and some of our dancers chose to come into the studio. And then something else that Randolph was just whispering in my ear is to tell you about our fabulous philanthropic program called Ballet in a Box. And this might be of interest to people in the community. Once we can visit with people, Ballet in a Box is something that is very passionate to all of us here. We take literally a box and we'll go to an underserved community. And in that box is everything the recipients need to put on a ballet. So traditionally, we take a portion of our ballet called Lost Boys, which is Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, because the other thing is we don't want to just think of ballet dancers as little girls in tutus, right? There are strong males in ballets as well, and we need to promote them. So we choose to do Peter Pan, because there's Peter Pan and all the Lost Boys, and then Tinkerbell. And we take this to an underserved community. We warm the kids up. We teach them a little bit about dancing. We teach them the terminology. We teach them the history of dance. And then we dress them in their costumes. And then I'm going to show you a picture of our first group that we went to. Oh, there you go. Miss Donna's going to hold it. There we go. There's our first group that received.
Oh, I love
Isn't
it.
that cute? So there's the box with our school color for Redondo Ballet is purple. And so there's our box. And inside that box are all their costumes, everything they need. We give them a flash drive with the music. And there are our dancers in the back celebrating with them. So they perform alongside Redondo Ballet for their community.
I love it.
Yeah, that's really fun.
And we've been able to stay in contact with the schools that we've been able to perform with and for, and they come to our ballets.
We give them
tickets,
complimentary
tickets to come to the ballet, so they can see this scene that they were in. And they even said, that was me. I was in that.
Right.
So,
and we were even lucky enough to take this program to Belize. So
Wow.
yeah. So that was really a special moment for our dancers to remember. And we hope to do more of that in the future.
Is there information about Ballet in the Box on your website?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
And so on the Redondo Ballet website, yes, it tells you all about that. Mm-hmm.
Great. Well,
Yeah.
we'll look for that.
Yes, thank you. Thank you
And
so
we'll
much for having us.
we'll schedule another interview, because I can tell there's so much more, and we want to make sure we keep the community updated with what you're doing.
Well, we would love that. We would love that. And we would like to invite everybody to come and watch Snow Queen on Sunday with your friends and family. And we'll look forward to talking with you again soon.
Good. Thank you so much, and have a great weekend. And we'll all be sitting on our couch with some popcorn at 5 o'clock on Sunday, watching the world premiere of Snow Queen.
Thank you.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you, Mickey.
There's
Okay.
Redondo.
All right.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Okay.
Bye,
bye-bye.
everyone.